Ako si Mark Lopez and my program is Pugad Vloggers, aired every Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. sa Radyo Bandido, TV simulcast on DZRJ 8:10 a.m. sa Sky Cable Channel 224, TV Plus boxes, and on free-to-air TV. Also sa facebook.com, DZRJ 8:10 a.m. and our official YouTube channel.
Pugad Vloggers, ako raming titirisin, salot sa bayan wawalisin, walang sasantuhin, ang saya-saya nakakabaliw, kasama natin ang tropang Pugad Vloggers. Pugad Vloggers.
Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Ngayon po ay Martes, ika-2 ng Agosto. So, ano na tayo? Nasa kalahati na tayo, latter half of the year. So, August, and then next month, it's gonna be the bear months, the start of the bear months again. Hi! Good evening, Maricar!
Hi! Good evening! Nahulog ako. Nahulog ako sa ere. Nagkasalita ka, pasensya ka na. Good evening, Doc. I missed you. Magandang gabi sa lahat ng ating mga, ano ba tawag sa kanila? Taga-subaybay, no? Taga-subaybay. Sa lahat ng mga kapugad, sa lahat ng mga kulto, at lahat ng may crush sa girl crush ko. Good evening, Doc. Kumusta ka na?
I'm good. I'm finally, my schedule has finally, normalized. And so I'm here. Ayan. Kahapon nga, sinamahan ko si Papi Mark kasi medyo nag-aalangan pa nga yung araw na to at baka hindi ako makahabol. So, magandang gabi again sa inyong lahat. August 2 at bukas ay ang showing na ng ating hinihintay na pelikula ang MIM, ang Made in Malacanang. Yan. So,
marami ang nag-anticipate niyan. Parang campaign ulit, Doc. Magbibilangan. Kung saan yung mas maraming tao.
Nananawagan ako dun sa mga nanalo, no? Si Lovely Line at saka si Manika. Please get in touch with me because I don't know where to send your tickets. Also to Jose Jr. Aquino, Line Tatum, and yeah. All right. The others, I will, I know, please forgive me. I'm so busy today. I was so busy today. So I will mail your tickets first thing in the morning tomorrow. Bukas pa naman po ang showing. So before the theaters open, the tickets will be with you already. Okay? So
saan ba ang showing yan, Doc? Saan ang showing yan? Premiere ba yung tomorrow?
No. They premiered noong July 31.
Okay.
They premiered, not July 31, July 30, I think. They premiered. So the regular showing would be starting tomorrow. I think that they will be showing in SM Cinemas. So,
okay. All right. Binabati ka ni Katribo.
Hi!
Good evening.
Oh, you're so happy already, ha? Hindi na LDR.
Siyempre, hindi na LDR. Yan, oo.
Ayan.
Batiin din natin yung isa sa mga pinaka #1 fan din siya ng Pugad Vloggers. He's been very supportive in his team as well in Brunei. Sa Bander Seri Begawan, hi baby, Chris Zafra, happy birthday bebe. And Doc, mapunta tayo doon kasi natatawa ako doon sa mga comments, no, na pwede daw palang magkaroon ng awards ang isang movie, or pwedeng isnabin sa awards ang isang movie nang hindi pa pinapalabas. Well, that is the purpose of the premiere. Actually, doon po yan. Ipaliwanag lang natin ng maayos sa mga tao. No? Doon po yun binabase, kadalasan. Sa premiere po na showing, dyan po nila unang napapanood ng critics yung movie, kaya po nagkakaroon sila ng basis for awards. Ngayon, kung po yung critics na nagbigay ng award, medyo natatawa na lang ako May bias, di ba? Sorry na lang. Pero just me yun, di ba? Dami-dami talagang, hindi ako siya ma-showbiz sa tao, Dok Hindi ako mahilig manood ng sine, lalong-lalo na. Hindi rin ako mahilig na manood ng premieres. Sa totoo lang. Oo. One time lang ako nanood ng premiere I can't even remember kung anong movie.
Premiere. Yeah. So, I have not watched any premiere, actually. So,
You haven't?
I haven't. Block showing, something like that, but not a premiere. It doesn't really matter to me if I'm the last one to see the movie or not.
Yeah, actually, oo. Ako din kasi one time na-invite ako sa isang premiere. I went with my sister because she got the tickets and she tagged me along. And right next to us, actually katabi namin talaga sila Borgie Manotok. Nung time na yun,
Anong movie naman yan?
I forgot Yun nga yung problema ko.
Maybe it's a forgettable movie.
Hindi ako mahilig sa movies, Doc. Hindi talaga ako yung cinema person. Yun ang isa sa mga mga problema ko sa buhay kasi I get judged by a lot of people simply because I don't enjoy going to the movies. Mas
But you watch movies at home.
Yeah, I really don't
not
mind
at all.
Kaya natutuwa ako sa Netflix kasi the things I really want to watch, when they get there, then I have time to watch whenever I want, no? Dati kasi ewan ko, basta there's something about going to the cinema na hindi ko masyadong feel.
But I love going to the movies. I love watching movies, especially on the big screen. But lately, because of the pandemic, I'm reduced to watching movies on Netflix or kaya lang very limited ang choices on Netflix no? Unless you want to go to Amazon Prime and all those sites, then yeah. But I like
Pero actually kasi, hindi ako mag-movie sa tao, mas ako sa documentaries. Alam mo yun? Yun talaga yung addiction ko. Yung addiction ko, docu talaga. Pag may bagong docu. Pero kapag movies, lalo na yung rom-com, maraming magagalit sa akin dito kasi di ba, maraming tao talaga kinikilig-kilig. Hindi talaga ako ma-rom-com.
Sandali lang. Somebody's calling me. Wait lang, sandali lang.
Alright. Ayan. May urgent call si Doc Ethel. Pagpasensyahan nyo na. Ganyan talaga ang Pugad Vloggers. Namin. Random, no? So anyway, yun. Katulad na sila sabi ko kanina, hindi talaga ako kasi guys mahilig sa mga romantic comedies, yun yung rom-com, di ba? Yung mahilig, kung manonood ako ng movie, mas trip ko yung mga gera, yung ganyan. Or mga courtroom dramas, yan talaga ang paborito ni Sentay. Anyway, habang hindi pa natin nakakasama ulit si Doc Ethel at nasa telepono siya, batiin ko lang yung ating mga usuals dyan. I'm pretty certain nandiyan si Cristeta Lapitan. And of course, si asawa ko, I love you, honey, Katribo. Of course, si Yu Chang. Who else did I miss? Nonoy Murillo, definitely nandiyan. Si Winnie Ching. Sino pa ba? Pasensya na kayo kasi wala akong kodigo ng pangalan nyo dahil hindi ko nakikita yung monitor again. Promise ko, i-improve ko na eventually yung aking pagpupugad in a few weeks. Promise talaga, promise. Mag-set up talaga ako ng maayos-ayos na pugad setup. Doc, nakaano ka?
What's this? Alam nyo, kanina pa ako nagbuburyong, nagrarant tungkol sa mga couriers, Grab, Lalamove, really. Because, ito kung nakikinig man po kayo, kayo po ay dapat marunong magbasa ng street signs. Okay? Alam ko na marami sa ating mga, ito ay isang kakulangan ng ating mga LGUs. Street signs. Maintenance of street signs.
Totoo yan.
Nawawala. Hindi ko rin maalaman kung bakit ganito ang ating mga kaibigan ninanakaw ang street signs. Diba?
Hindi na ako binibenta yung bakal, Doc.
Yeah.
Binibenta yung bakal.
But anyway, pagka ang barangay ay dapat nagpapatrol at pag nakita nyo may nagnakaw ng street sign, palitan. Madali lang naman palitan yan. Okay. So, couriers should be able to read street signs. Okay? You should be able to read Google Maps. You should be able to read Waze. Okay? Marami pong paraan. Huwag po ninyong kasi ito ang nakapin At sometimes, ang kailangan nyo pong babasahin ay ang booking. Sinulat po ng nagre-request kung saan ang address niya. Ang PIN, it's just an estimate of where you should go. Okay? It's a reference sa mga streets, where you are in reference to the streets around you. Okay, but you always read your booking. Huwag niyo pong palalabasin ang may-ari ng bahay kung kayo ay 2 blocks away pa at sabihin niyo nando na kayo. I-compare niyo po yung booking at yung PIN. Kung magkapareho po, then yes. Kung magkaiba po, please lang, huwag niyo sasabihin na lumabas na siya dahil naghahanap siya ng walang tao. Ayun, yan ang rant. End of rant. Thank you. Bow.
Hindi, pero totoo naman din kasi yan. Kasi napunta tuloy tayo sa ranting. Pero totoo naman talaga. Maraming beses din. Remember nung nagpadala ako sa'yo? Tinawagan ka din na ilang beses, di ba? Kasi nagiligaw din siya.
Kasi po, may mga streets na pare-pareho ang pangalan at kung hindi kayo nagbabasa ng booking, ay dapat po na, ay talagang mawawala kayo, no? So, iba po yung Acacia sa Ayala, Alabang, iba yung Acacia sa Perpetual, at iba rin po yung Acacia somewhere else, no? So, ayan. Sorry na po sa mga inaaway kong courier. Di ba kung minsan, tawag ng tawag, ikaw'y naliligo. Di ba? Ay, paglabas mo, ay hindi ka pa makalabas, nakatapis ka. O, di ba? Tapos paglabas mo, pagsilip mo gano'n, wala naman tao. No? Ipinipilit niya na nando na siya, pero wala naman siya. I'm sure this is a very common experience for those people who are
everyone, yeah. Kaya ako, naging kalakaran ko sa Pilipinas dati. Pag meron ako inaabangan na delivery, di ako naliligo.
Ay, kung number 1 na number 1 ka na, o number 2 pa, di ba? Diyos mio.
Oo, pero hindi, yun nga kasi hindi naman din, napunta tayo dito, pero sa totoo lang tama yung sinabi mo, Doc, dapat talaga nag-pay attention ng mga LGUs natin just sa street signs. Pero alam mo yun, may mga tao, iba na talaga din yung mga tao ngayon, kasi katulad dati, when we go to a place, it's either we ask, or we really just map it out. Marunong tayo kahit sa loob ng library, marunong tayo maghanap ng libro sa dami sa dagat ng libro, di ba? Marunong tayo do with decimal system. We knew how to use it. Di ba? Remember?
Sa library, yes. Ang dami habang number na yan, yung indexing. Pero alam natin yan.
Exactly.
Diba?
So may sense of katamaran ngayon na siguro another thing, Doc, marami ding factors let's bigyan natin ng partida, baka sabihin naman nila inaapi natin yung mga writers. Bigyan natin ng partida ng konti. Merong iba diyan na yung gasolina syempre napakamahal. So ayaw nila nag-iikot-ikot ng malayo na mauubos yung kanilang karga. That's number 1. Another thing is syempre pag umuulan, yung masama yung panahon, tapos medyo delikado dahil madulas yung kalsada, yung mga ganyan. Pero in most times kasi kakatuwa pa yung mga walang panukli. Diba?
Ako naman, kuminsan hindi ko na talagang pinasosobrahan ko kasi in appreciation ng kanilang ginagawa dahil risky din naman, no? At naku, naubos na ang kapote sa bahay namin dahil itong kayo po, ano, kung alam niyo po na nag-uulan the whole week, syempre siguro naabutan din kayo ng ulan, magdala naman po kayo ng kapote, no? Kasi po, kailangan alagaan niyo rin naman ang inyong kalusugan. So, ang mga, ano naman, na courier naman, kung may extra naman kayong kapote sa bahay o kaya kahit yung garbage bag na malaki, yung large, isusuot lang, no, sa katawan nila, bigyan nyo po para naman hindi basang-basa yung ating mga courier. Yan.
I really do that. Marami ako yung extra large pa talaga para kasya talaga yung tao sa loob. I do that. And yun nga, katulad nung ano. Pero minsan naman, pag alam niyo naman mga 200 plus pa yung sukle at cash transaction naman.
200 na sukle? Sobra naman yun.
Hindi, Doc. It happened to me a lot, you know.
Walang pagsukle sa 200?
Ginaya nila yung style ng mga taxi driver.
Oo, pero
ginaya talaga nila eh. Yun na nga. But anyway, kaway-kaway.
Sabihin mo, okay, hindi ko kukuhanin yung ano, yung sukle, pero sige, pag ikot ka dito sa street ko hanggang maubos yung 200 worth of gasoline. Sige. Hindi, no?
Ay, nako. Pero nangyayari talaga yan, Doc. Ay, nako, grabe talaga. And yung iba naman, well, maraming mabait. Aminin na natin din doon, marami din yung matyaga, mabait, masipag sila mag-ada mo. At cordial sila when they talk to you, nakikiusap. Pero yung iba talaga, inuutusan ka talaga, sisigawan ka pa nga. At
meron pa, no? Ano to modus nila to like, pwede ko ho ba itong isabay sa ibang delivery? Nako, hahakot pa siya ng 3 delivery bago i-deliver yung sayo. Ayan.
May zoning
diba?
kasi sila.
Oo.
Yun nga, katulad nga nung binanggit ko kanina, Doc, yung nagtitipid sila doon sa pamasahe nila. Total, dadaanan na rin lang. Gano'n. So, yung estimate ng time mo, na makarating sa'yo kung ano yung pagkain mo, halimbawa pagkain, good luck na lang talaga kung ano ng temperature na pagdating sa'yo.
Bumubuya na. Tapos, inihintay. Kaya ako sabihin ko, magtapatan tayo, kailangan niya ng ganitong oras, please dalhin mo. Yan. Kasi it is a contract. No? It is a contract.
Yes, it is.
It's an exclusive contract between you and the rider. At bawal po yan, ano, yung mga courier companies, binabawal talaga yung nagsasubcontract pa. Di ba? So, hindi po, unfair po. Ay, sasabihin nyo, lugi naman kayo. Bakit kayo nagtrabaho dyan kung lugi kayo? Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. Ano? Hindi naman lagi na kayo lugi.
Pero alam mo, Doc, yung subcon, sa mismo nila, app nang gagaling eh.
Meron
They are being assigned.
At meron akong kilala na may hawak na Grab, may hawak na Lalamove. So, oo. So, gusto niya na kanya na lahat. Hindi po pwedeng ganyan. Kaya nadidelay talaga yung yung delivery, no? So, hapon na, hindi mo pa nakukuha. Especially kung importante yung mga gamot na kailangan i-deliver agad, no? Yung mga gamot na kailangan naka-ice pack, no? Hindi mo kailangan kailangan mong i-continue yung cold chain. Preserve the cold chain.
Correct.
So,
diba? Sa isang sa isang phone call na umistorbo sa iyo napakadami nating topic because this is the reality now. Everybody are getting stuff delivered to their homes and tama naman din talaga, we have to call them out, but in the same manner we also are thanking every single one of you sa inyong diligence every day. Hindi naman lahat ganyan. So, maraming salamat pa rin sa mga riders.
Oo nga pala, no? Nabanggit mo yung villages. Mga gwardiya sa mga guardhouse, huwag yun na pong kinokotongan ng mga riders. nanghihingi pa kayo ng ang gaan-gaan niyang motorsiklo, may road users tax kayo, di ba? Huwag niyo na po sisingilin. Halimbawa, tinatanong, commercial, ano ba yan? Benta ba yan or ano? Wala po kayong pakialam kung yun po ay kalakal. Basta pareho po yung timbang, wala namang pagkakaiba. Anong pinagkakaiba ng commercial na halimbawa tinda sa pagkain? Pareho lang ang timbang, pareho lang dalawang gulong na motorsiklo. Bakit na kinukutongan ng mga riders? Yun. So pa yan.
Alam ba ng mga ano yun? For them to call it commercial tax, alam ba ng how they call that?
Oo.
Alam mo ng homeowners yan?
Tinatanong, paninda ba yan? Tinatanong kung paninda. Pagka paninda, sinisingilin nila. Halimbawa, sabihin mo lang pagkain or hindi. No, I don't know. It's so arbitrary because sometimes I get that complaint from the riders. Most often, hindi naman. So I think that it's an arbitrary thing that those guards impose. Maawa naman po kayo, no? Kung minsan, nag-aawa yung nagbubuk at saka yung rider, di kung yung rider nagbigay na sa inyo, di bawas sa kanilang kita yan. Huwag pong ganun.
Yeah. Grabe.
Ang dami, no? This is what the pandemic has brought forth.
Brought upon us, yes.
Mga issues na ganito. Pero yun nga, no? LGUs, kailangan po laging meron tayong street signs at hindi lang mayroon street signs. Pagkagabi, madilim. So our streets should be lighted. No? Yung mga corners natin dapat lighted so that people, not only riders, but ordinary, people like us who are driving can see where we're going. No?
No, hanggang ngayon, marami pa rin tayo mga areas in Metro Manila na walang mga poste. Talagang nakakatakot daanan yung mga kalsada in the middle of the night. And, it's amazing minsan pag ayoko nang banggitin yung lugar kasi baka mamaya.
Pero mas nakakatakot ha. May poste. Walang ilaw pero nasa gitna ng daan. Alam mo yung mga road widening na yan, na it was not well thought of.
Yeah.
Pinayda ng daan, pero yung poste ng Meralco nandun pa sa gitna, hindi minumove. You know how risky that is, especially at night, especially if motorists are not accustomed to that place. That is an accident.
Yeah, pero again, punta na naman tayo doon sa partida, Doc. Kasi yung iba naman kasing area, kasi for them to move that, kasi nandun nakakapit yung mga kable. So kailangan nilang putulan ng kuryente yung mga nandun sa area bago nila mailipat yun. So it's quite a task to kaya lang inaabot ng taon medyo
that's not anymore, no? And once you start constructing the road, the extra road, you should be able to put in place yung poste already. It's part of planning. Hindi yung ang tagal na nagkaroon ng road widening, yung mga tao ay parang nag-slalom dyan sa kalye at iniiwasan yung mga poste sa gitna.
Baka mamaya kasi nakakontrata doon sa susunod na tatakbo.
Oh my goodness.
Sa'yo yung project ng paglipat ng poste. Sa akin yung pagluwag ng kalsada, sa'yo yung poste. Tapos yung mga manhole dyan, ikaw magtatakip. Ito naman yung mga tipong gano'n. Grabe. We can only talk about this like this because we know how they work, how things really have happened, and we have experienced it for the longest time in bureaucracy and yung corruption nitong mga LGUs talaga malaking bagay. Maraming mga ibang tao na nagrereklamo sila, national level kaagad ang sinisisi. Hindi nila naiisip na yung LGUs nila yung merong jurisdiction doon sa particular problem na yon. They are supposed to solve that for you.
Hindi lahat kasi hindi lahat ng roads ay jurisdiction ng DPWH or national. No, merong mga roads na ang nag-aalaga diyan ay ang syudad or ang municipality, no?
correct.
Maghuhukay, tapos hindi tatakpan. Maghaharangan ng hollow blocks. Kung madilim, todas ka na.
Alam mo kung saan ako believe, Doc, dati, yung sa EDSA, naalala mo itong mga time na to eh.
Mhm.
Alam mo yung malalaking bilog na simento, I don't know how they call it eh, yung para pang sa tubos, pang protection ng tubo sa ilalim.
Imburnal.
Oo, yung basta yung malalaking,
Oo, imburnal.
I don't know how you call it.
Parang pang culvert.
Yes.
Mm.
And alam mo ba, daming lumaki ako in Kamuning. Diyan sa mga wala pang flyover noon kasi wala pang MRT nung time na yun. So wala pa yung mga na yun, roads na yun. Alam mo, Doc, lumaki ako na yung mga semento na yun, ginagawang bahay. Nung mga
Oo, pwede naman.
dumami ang mga street children dahil doon sa mga yun kasi yun yung motel nila. Parang cubby hole ng mga ibon na manyakis.
Oo. Tapos, may paraan, di ba nga yung mga nagkakariton lang sa gabi, nagtatabing lang ng kumot.
Na cardboard, totoo. Tapos may nakita pa ako dati, dito ako bilib na bilib. Nakapag-nakaw talaga ng isang ganun at ginawa niyang jacuzzi sa bahay.
Ano yun? Ang laki-laki nun. Paano mananakaw ang isang bagay na sobrang laki?
I know. But it's an amazing thing to witness, no? Na binida pa talaga doon sa neighborhood na yung hinukay niya, niline niya, no? Tapos yun ang ginawa niyang doon siya nagpalitada sa paligid noon para magkaroon siya ng
paano i-drain yun? Anong drainage nun?
Hindi ko alam, Doc. Pero yun lang naman yung pinakahulma. Yun lang yung pinakahulma. Yung sa ilalim, di ko alam kung paano niya ginawa yung flooring. Pero yun yung hinulma niya. Bilib na bilib ako kasi paano mo nanakaw yan? Kasi sabi niya, talagang doon niya sa ilalim ng EDSA, Kamuning Road. Doon niya nininok.
Ano yun? Ginulong niya? Sinulong niya, nakapagulong. Alam ko yung road na yan, uphill and downhill yan diba?
Yes. Ang Kamuning is para roller coaster yung pasada dyan. Ang nakakagulat pa, hindi siya malapit dun sa EDSA side. Dito na siya, papuntang Tomas Morato na yung bahay niya. So, can you just imagine? Malayo talaga binyahe, no?
Ang haba ng tinahak.
Tinahak, oo. Nung ninakaw na semento. Ibang klase. Pero, well, we are not talking about this para encourage kayo na magnenok at gumawa ng hot tub sa bahay. Pinag-uusapan lang natin to kasi meron talagang mga malulupit na diskarte na hindi, almost unbelievable. I'm not even certain how he was able to put it inside. I mean, I don't know, flatbed truck ba? Kailangan mo gamitin doon para maikarga mo yun? Kasi ang laki-laki talaga niya.
Yeah, but if you have a flatbed truck, how are you going to raise it?
Yun nga eh.
You need a ramp. Okay, you need a ramp to push it up.
Roll it over.
That's really very heavy. Okay, so amazing.
It's incredible
Amazing how,
definitely hindi lang siya mag-isa doon na gumawa.
amazing how people can come up with solutions.
If there's a will, there's a way talaga. Pag gusto mo mag-hot tub, kasi hodang nasa gitna pa yan ng EDSA.
So yan, wake up call sa ating mga LGUs about our street signs, and these are basic things, but they mean a lot, to the citizens. If LGUs are able to accomplish, to maintain such little things, then it means that you are doing your job. If you are good stewards of little things, then you can be trusted to take care of the bigger things. Yan.
Yeah. Hindi ako masyadong sa loob, lalo na sa barangay level na LGU Kasi kadalasan talaga, I mean, kung nasaan yung karera ng kabayo, nandun lahat ang kagawad, gabi-gabi. I mean, paano mo expect na babantayan nila yung barangay mo, diba? Dahil kung wala sila sa karerahan, nandun sila sa inuman. Yun. And, not,
May mga matitino naman na na LGUs, mga barangay, no? But sometimes, syempre kailangan na paalalahanan sa kanilang mga duties that they tend to neglect. Yan.
hindi naman natin talaga nilalahat eh. Kaya lang, di ba, katulad nung pandemic, Doc, di ba? Imagine, ang dami-dami nagrereklamo. Hindi lang sa nung pandemya, hindi lang dahil sa ayuda, yung mga 4-piece din, ang mga nakalista doon na pangalan, yung mga kamag-anak ng barangay officials at saka mga you know, these things, it's, minsan kasi, yan ang nakakalungkot, dahil it's the reason why we know these things is because it's the reality that a lot of people are saying. And paano ba natin yan, naka-root na yan sa dugo na sa politics ng Pilipinas ng barangay.
Well, it's because things are being done manually. That's why the national ID system is very important. And the linking of the national ID systems with all the branches of the government, NSO, BIR, and all the related offices should be interlinked so that they will be identified. Those who are paying such amount of taxes should not be included in the ayuda, yung mga ganon, no? So you can easily identify if there's a national ID system that is linked to whatever agency carries the data that is needed, then you'll be able to identify the people who need certain help. Yan. So ang automation talaga avoids corruption, no? In paying of taxes, if it's automated, then you will not need any adjusters or whatever. If you are registering your sasakyan, no? Wala yung mga fixers, then you won't have to pay anything for yung mga nag-i-stencil and all that, no? Talaga automation cuts down the number of steps and also prevents corruption.
Corruption, yes. However, again, 'di ba, ang pinaglalaban naman ng iba, katulad na ng mga nasa government offices, government agencies, na maraming mawawalan ng trabaho kapag nag-automated.
That you have to have an efficient government, and you have to, tama ang Pangulo natin, we have to right size. The government is not an employment agency. The government is not an employment agency. Hindi pangunahing gawain ng gobyerno ang mag-empleyo.
Correct.
The government has to have its size right and has to be efficient. Okay?
The role of the government is to bring in jobs, not to give jobs. So bringing in jobs is
correct.
Correct.
To create opportunities for people to have jobs, to create opportunities for people to establish businesses that will make jobs for people. Yan. So, yun ang to stimulate the economy so that people will be employed. Yan ang trabaho ng gobyerno, not to employ everyone. Because it's a waste of taxpayers' money. No? If you have one person who should be doing the job and then you employ two persons, the taxpayers will shoulder that. Okay?
Naalala mo, Doc, noon, ito talaga, I remember this vividly, nung prior to pandemic, actually prior to, well, definitely prior to President Duterte's term, Naalala mo pag pumipila ka, kasi di ba isa yun sa mga kinagalit ni President Duterte nung tumatakbo siya, naasa siya sa mga mahahabang pila sa mga government offices. Tapos may makikita ka doon na isang tao, talagang employed siya only to do this, practically do this. Flip one page, titignan niya, and then ipapasa nila sa ibang tao. Sinusweldohan siya doon. Doon sa gagawin lang niya, isisilipin lang yung document. Diba? Titignan niya ako na, meron yung stamp nung kabilang lamesa.
Exactly.
Titignan lang niya and then iaabot lang niya every time. And these things, I've been asking this for the longest time eh. Bakit hanggang ngayon, actually, bago pa ako umalis, meron pa rin. Meron pa rin ganun pa rin ang trabaho. Hindi na wala lahat.
Yun nga eh, no? Mabagal tayo sa automation. There are things that machines can do. Kaya nga, the technology is there. The technology is there, but there is a reluctance of so many offices. Bureau of Customs, for example, LTO.
Exactly.
There's a reluctance to shift to automated processes because, you know, the hanky-panky will stop.
Exactly. Kaya hats off tayo dahil ang marami namang agencies din, in fairness, ang bago, nag-automate. Katulad ng DFA, no? Pati naman din sa sa pagpo-produce ng lisensya, 'di ba? Mas mahaba, 10 years ba? Tama ba ako doon? 10 years yung yung passport wala yung 10 years. So yung license, driver's license, ilang taon na ngayon, Doc?
I haven't renewed. 10 years?
I think 10 years ang validity.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I have not renewed.
Dati talaga 5 years ang passport, di ba? Tapos grabe yung system on how to renew it.
Yeah, it has to be like that, 10 years, so that people will not be going and going and going to every 5 years, going to the DFA or to wherever. And also that NSO thing, okay? Finally, people have come into their senses that birth certificates should not have any expiration. If you get your birth certificate 10 years ago, that should be valid.
Yes.
The data is still valid. It's still you. No? Before, you have to have this certain color of paper that your birth certificate was printed on, or else they will not accept it. That's BS. Okay?
But nonetheless, of course, Doc, balik tayo sa partida, may mga tao din kasi namimeke, no? So, pero pag PSA naman na yan, ang nag-issue, di ba? Nakalagay
There is a barcode there. There is a barcode.
Grabe.
Para saan pa yung barcode doon?
1 year validity, grabe. Maintindihan ko pa yung NBI
6
clearance.
months na eh.
6 months.
6
Diba?
months. They change the color every 6 months.
Wow, grabe. Pero hindi na ngayon, di ba? Inalis na yon.
And also the other forms of identification, this I cannot understand. If you have a driver's license, of course, if you go to an office that requires 2 identification cards and your driver's license has expired, does it cease to be you? That's still you. You're not driving. You are just presenting an identification card. Hindi ho ito pwede kasi expired ang driver's license nyo. Why? I'm not going to drive here. I am identifying myself.
Yes, that's true.
You know, some people need to exercise their discretion and kukote.
Correct.
Correct. Something that has expired does not turn into falsehood. I mean, it's still true. The data is still true. Yun.
Nalala ko dati.
Why am I ranting the whole hour?
No, it's okay, Doc. Kasi tama naman din pinag-uusapan natin because these are real topics, ano? These are real rants of our kababayans. Kasi nalala mo noon, kahit dala mo na yung 3 o 4 mong old passports, 'di ba? 4 na yun, kailangan mo pang mag-provide ng another birth certificate, tapos katakot-takot na photocopies ng kung ano-ano. It's just incredible. Pero ngayon, iba na nga. Again, iba na. Yung sa passport, just bring your old passport and then you go online for your schedule. Everything is there. So may biometrics ka na, dire-diretso na, tuloy-tuloy yung process. So magbilis na kumuha ng passport. Yung renewal is yung scheduling na lang because of pandemic. Pero the system works. How come the rest of the other branches of the government, I mean branches of departments and agencies of the government cannot follow. Lalo na lalo na sa side ng health. Diyan ako naloloka, Dok. Sa side ng health, diyan nang napakabagal. Ang daming requirements. Mamamatay ka na, hindi ka pa allowed to get in. 'Di ba? I'm pretty sure marami kang na-encounter din na ganun.
Ano yun? Sa ano yun? Yung
There's a
you're not
government
allowed to get
hospital.
in.
Hindi kasi, 'di ba? Hindi, katulad ng pagbabayad ng ano or pagkuha ng right to get operated on, mga ganyan. Tapos kasi may iba na meron kasi nagsumbong sa akin na hindi sila pinayagan na hindi pwede pinayagan mga anak yung asawa niya kasi walang ID na dala. Galing sila sa palengke.
That's I don't believe that's BS.
Yung
If
babae
you have to give birth, you will give birth wherever you are. In Fabella Hospital, they just come in. Swoosh! Baby comes out.
Yes.
There's no need for an ID. My goodness, you don't require somebody who's about to give birth. The cervix is fully dilated. The head is already out there.
Exactly. Kaya nanganak yung babae sa garahe, Dok. Nanganak sa garahe. I don't know anymore kung ano yung pangalan.
I don't think so.
Hindi ko sa yung screenshot nung nangyari. Kasi may ano yan.
Is that a government hospital or a private hospital?
It was a government hospital, sadly, in the province.
I don't think so. Maybe there's some sort of communication there, but if a baby, that's an emergency situation. It is
Yes.
not allowed. If you see somebody on the street and that person needs help, you put that person right away in the emergency room and you treat that person. There's no such thing as asking for an identification card before you help a person get medical help.
Get medical help. Exactly.
Especially-
Meron din ako na witness, Doc, dati. Pero this was dati. One of the most ridiculous things I've seen. Yung babae nasa loob ng what do you call that? FX. Manganganak na. Manganganak na siya. Tapos, yung driver nahuli ng MMDA. Parang beating the red light or something. Alam mo ba na ang tagal talaga naming sinisigawan yung traffic enforcer. Hayaan nyo na kami makalagpas. Manganganak na tong passenger because she was screaming inside. And talagang ang tagal pa, pinababa pa yung driver, alam mo yon, gusto pang kumotong and all that. These things I've really witnessed. Minsan naiisip ko, yeah, it's just incredible. These things are really happening, and I don't know kung ano ang kulang sa orientation nung traffic enforcer na yon para isipin niya na itong eksena na to is not that emergency na enough for him to take, to play God against the driver para makapangotong lang.
I think hindi kulang ang orientation niya. Number 1, he's corrupt. Number 2, he's stupid.
Kakaloka. Maraming ganyan na mga eksena.
I don't think any orientation will cure that.
Sabi nga nila, it doesn't matter how ridiculous the eksena is. The thing is, the reason why the story is there is because it happened. Yung alam mo yun, sabi nila yung mga fiction sa movie kaya ganun weird daw. It only happens in movies.
Sometimes life is stranger than fiction.
Yes, than fiction, exactly. Ay nako. And speaking of stranger than fiction.
Yeah.
Natatawa lang ako kasi hindi naman I mean, I worked with a guy for a long time and for all of a sudden kasi nabasa ko yung isang post mo isang comment mo sa I don't know kung kaninong wall that FBR got out easy. Rest in peace, namatay na siya and a lot of people just all of a sudden, why do we have that in the Philippines? Na pag namatay na, kailangan venerated na, kailangan kalimutan na lahat, mabait na agad bigla. I don't understand that, Doc. They never did that to Hitler.
What I think what I actually said was he was accorded leniency.
Yes.
Former President Fidel Valdez Ramos was accorded leniency, and the events at EDSA exonerated him. No, that is factual. Okay, that is
Yes.
factual. That is when it's not something derogatory. Okay, there was nothing
it's not.
derogatory about that.
You
and
actually
there
put
was-
it very perfectly eh. Kaya nga,
Yeah.
nung nabasa ko siya, I was already discombobulated with everything that I've seen online with regards to how they dealt with his death. And kasi,
well,
let's face it,
it's a
let's
matter.
face it,
Mhm.
it's just overtly dramatic for most people, ano. Pag may namatay na, lalo pag, well, if you are a personality,
Mm.
whoever strangely demonic you are, so hindi ko sinasabi si FDR, pero kahit na anong evil mo, they don't exactly, celebrate your death. In fact, they eventually you become what? An instant angel or some sort. Kasi
Death.
patay ka na, kawawa ka.
Well, for some
Is it a Catholic
people,
thing?
it's just the respect that somebody has lost his life. Okay, I think it's you pause for a while because of somebody's loss. Okay, and I agree that we should. The guy has just died. Okay, and we should cut him a little bit of slack. He just died. There is a time for exposing all the bad things that he did. But at the time of his death, at the day of his death, I think that it would be just a little bit decent. It would be decent for us to refrain from saying bad things about him. Maybe when he has been buried.
They did not do that to Ferdinand Marcos, though.
Well,
Remember?
Yeah, but
How vicious they were when Apo died.
Yeah, but that was bad. But people doing that bad thing does not give us reason to do the same thing for the other people that we do not like. Okay?
No,
That is
hindi naman ako nag-aano dito ng an eye for an eye, Doc. Ang tinatanong ko lang, why are Filipinos like this? Kasi I really do not understand it. Kasi, if a person that I really, really despise dies, I will celebrate that. I will celebrate that death. I will. I will not have any qualms about admitting it in public. Probably not in public, like I'll go, with pom-poms and everything. But I definitely will just, be thankful that finally you're gone, man. Diba? Yung tipong, wow, I beat you. But tipong ganon. Your evil is gone. Your worm chow. Kung galit na galit talaga ako. But I will never go as far as I will pay, ewan ko.
Apologize. Well, it's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of perspective. Even the coin has two sides. There are people who really believe in him. There are people who admire him. And there are people who do not agree with everything that he did in his life. So maybe these people who were praising him have another saw another facet of him. Okay?
The funny part is, most of the people that I've read who said, niceties and everything, were exactly the same people who hated him when he was alive. They had nothing nice to say about him. And they even, some of them actually, ako, dadaling ko na lang sa personal experience ko. Some of them really reacted against me when they saw that I had a photograph with FBR. And they lambasted me for it.
Why?
They called me names because they hated the guy. And then when the guy died, they hated FBR. And then when the guy died, it's them who had all these sweet nothings to say about him. It's like, how hypocritical are you people? ang sa akin lang ganito. Napakasimple lang ng ano ko, ng personality ko eh. If I don't like you, that's it.
Mhm.
I'll maintain. Hindi dahil sa I don't know how to forgive.
Mhm.
I know how to forgive, but I can never forget.
Aha.
You know, I can be cordial. I did not say na, hey, namatay ka. Probably I will not say that. But I will not go as far as, what, venerate you for 3 seconds? I remember what you have done. Hindi ko pa pwedeng, di ba, alam mo yun, I don't know, probably kanya-kanya nga ng mga tao.
It's a matter of perspective. He has his fans. He has his fans and he has his enemies and detractors. No? So, ganun yun eh. But for us, no? But
Di ko kaya, Dok.
personal rule is that even if I have no good thing to say about you, I will shut up because your loved ones are grieving. Number 2, respect for its life. No, somebody has just died. He lost his life. Okay, no one is entirely bad, and no one is pure as a newly driven snow. Okay? So, in respect for the good things, meron din naman nagawang mabuti. In respect for the good things that he has done, I think, personal ko lang to that right after he died, I will not say anything. Okay? In respect for the...
Actually, may rant na naman eh. Totoo naman ay ranted. Yung rant na ginawa ko, it's not even for FBR. I mean, we work with the guy, you know, and we were together with him for quite a while. And we had fun with him for some, pero his politics I hated. And I really never, sugar-coated anything about that. I've always been vocal about myself, my thoughts on things, and I maintain it. Kung talagang wala namang nangyari significant enough para mabago yung pananaw ko doon sa tao na yon, according to how I experienced the person and according to how I viewed his politics or kung ano man, kasi usually sa politics lang naman. Kung wala naman nangyari, nothing significant, then why would it change? You know, the moment you croak. Yung sa akin, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, Doc, yung mga tao na hypocritical, na kilalang kilala ko talaga, pwede kong hukayin yung walls nila to see, to what you call this, to see how badly they talked about the guy when he was alive. And then all of us, in fact, they went beyond, they went beyond, over and beyond their capacity, their mortal capacity to actually slam the guy. And then nung namatay, oh my God, may mga...
it's like somebody dies, you send flowers. Okay, even if you were enemies, you send flowers. I think it's something like that, no? It's what society sometimes demands from us. Okay, the social niceties that society demands from us in occasions like this. So, yun lang.
I think it's the Christian thing in most Filipinos, no? Or in general, for most people. If it is the Christian thing to do, then it must be right. I don't know.
But you are correct. Some people tend to overdo it, no? So it comes out as, yes, you are right. Again, hypocritical. and fake, no? Kaya nga, the right thing would be the best thing, not the right thing because it's subjective. But the best thing would be if you have nothing good to say, just keep your peace for a while, and then when probably this person has been buried, then you can talk you can say all the bad things that you want to say about this person, but not on the day that he dies.
Yeah. Oh, pero may mga tao din brazen talaga. They made it about themselves. Yung pagkamatay ng tao na yun, hindi mo lang inisip yung pamilya, 'di ba? Anyway, baka na-mistake ako ng ibang tao doon sa naririnig nila sinasabi ko. I'm referring to the people who were very, very critical about FBR. And then nung namatay siya, biglang sweet sila, you know, and may mga may mga pa-message pa to the other side and everything. And they completely made it about themselves, not the actual personal side. No? Doon ako napipikon. Pero kay FBR, hindi man kami naging masyadong, hindi mo kami masyado talaga, maloko siya. Naalala ko yun, pagka, ang hilig-hilig niya kasi gawin sa akin, Doc, tuturuan niya ako kunwari mag-golf in front of his, you know, yung mga oldie pops niya ng mga tropa. Turuan ko to si hindi ka dito, turuan kita mag-golf. Tapos, alam mo na, yung mga ganyan-ganyan. And pikon na ako sa kanya, but I find it funny kasi talaga nandun pa rin yung, di ba, macho ko, lalaki ako, you know. Mabiro siya, hindi naman ako pikon. So, okay lang yun. Pero, his politics lang yung ayaw ko. But I admire the guy. Don't get me wrong. Nabubuisit ako doon sa mga tao na alam kong hindi siya ina-admire pero ang daming admiration nung nag-croak na siya. So, asar na asar lang ako doon. At to get it out of my system at final words na daw tayo. Can you believe that?
Go ahead.
Okay. Pasensya na po kayo kung wala kami ginawa kundi mag-rant. Tonight's episode is called Ranting. Okay, good night. We love you. Lagi kayo mag-iingat.
Okay, last call for not last call, but I'd like those who won yesterday's contest and Friday's contest to please get in touch with me because I have to give you your tickets. And I'm sorry, I forgot. I still have tickets and I should have given some tonight, but we were kind of distracted tonight. So I'll try if I can give some tomorrow. Okay. So I'll ask whoever will be on board tomorrow to please conduct a contest. Tomorrow is August 3 is the first day of showing of Made in Malacanang. And, you know, you judge for yourself. This is something that, the story is something that not everyone knows, okay? But, as I have said, this is a movie, okay? This is a movie. This is not a documentary. Of course, in films, there are some embellishments to capture the imagination of the audience. So do not expect that it's 101% fit into real life, okay? But nevertheless, it should be interesting to watch and go and see it.
All right.
So,
all right.
Bye.
So, pangalan ng lahat. Good night na kami. Bye.
Pugad Vloggers, Pugad Vloggers.